Hello, welcome everybody. This tutorial is part of a series of short videos where we'll be showing the main capabilities of CivFM. This time we're going to work on geometry trap, specifically on the surfaces. Okay, let's go. As we can see here, we have several surfaces that we can draw in CivFM. Triangle, quadrilateral, circles, polylines, surfaces, rolled, B-spline, among others that we'll be explaining later. Okay, let's start with triangles and quadrilaterals. Okay, basically in triangles, okay, we have to press this button, and we describe the name, for example, triangle here, and we have to define the 3 points that form this figure. Let's say that we have point 1 0 0 0, point 2 1 4 0, and 1 0 1, and maybe let's say 5. Okay, we press OK button, and easily we have defined our triangle. Okay, we also can draw the triangle by using reference points. Okay, let's say that we want to draw 3 points, P1, P2, and P3. We click OK. We go into the View tab in order for us to press the Extend button. So we have here the 3 points that we've been showing. Okay, 1 2 3. Let's say that we want to model, or we want to create a triangle. Let's press reference option. Okay, we press triangle. Let's give it the name triangle 2, for example. Now here we have the points specifically described, and we're going to select P1, 4.1, P2, and P3, and press OK. So we can see that this big triangle, it's being created using reference points. Now let's see what we have on quadrilateral surfaces. Basically, quadrilateral surfaces, we have 3 options. One that is defined by its 4 vertices. one that is defined by 3 points on each side, which is this one, and the last one that is defined by 1 point its normal vector and its size. Okay, let's see what we have here. For this moment, I'm going to delete these surfaces for having a clean screen. Okay, let's select here quadrilateral by 4 points. Okay, let me first, using the reference option. Okay, first let's see that I want to have another point. Point 1, 1 0 0, P2, and P3. We have defined these points, and we check the reference options, select quadrilateral 4 points, and now we have surface 1, for example. In the name we have these cells for defining these points. So instead of being introducing point by point as we did before for only the points, now for the surfaces we can do it only selecting the point that we have to add. Okay, we need another point here. And the point is ready. Okay, here we have this point, and now we press reference option, surface 1 in the name. Now we select P1, P2, P3, and P4. Okay. Now we can see here the surface that we have here. Okay. Let's delete these surfaces, and let's say that we're going to erase again these points. Let's deactivate the reference option, and now it's going to draw a quadrilateral surface by defining 3 points on each side. surface 1. As we deactivated the reference option, now we have to introduce the 3 points that form the figure, and we have to introduce the size also. So this point, let's say we have 101, in point 2, to 01, point 3, 2, 0, and 2. And let's say the side it 3 meters. Okay, and we press OK, and here we have the surface that is created. Remember, when we press in the entities of the model, the geometry entities, we have the information regarding the surface, the type, the name, which are the points, and the geometric attributes. Okay, it's important to say that these 3 points specify the plane on the surface to be created. The first point is the center of the quadrilateral. Okay? Now let's see how to define, the quadrilateral using 1 point and its normal vector. Okay, first I'm going to erase this surface for avoiding any confusion here. In geometry, go to the quad PN, let's say the name again, surface 1, and let's say that in the point 1 we have minus 1.5 minus 2 and 0, and let's say the normal vector, it's going to be defined by the coordinates 1, 0, 1, and I want to have a size of 2.75 meters. And here we have our surface. It's important to say here that the point defined in the center is the center of the quadrilateral. Now we're going to work on the circle and ellipse. Let's delete here. Okay, in the geometry tab, in the surfaces, we're going to, in the circle or ellipse, basically we have the circle defining the center, the radius, and the normal vector, defined by its center and 2 points, and we have the capability of draw an ellipse defined by its centers and 2 points. Okay, let's go to create a circle defined by its center and radius here. Let's say the name again, surface 1, and the coordinates of the center, it's going to be 2 meters. The normal vector, I want to make it here 1, Okay, 1 and 1. Radius, let's say we want to have 5 meters. Okay, and the angle is gonna be 360. We press OK, and we have the surface here. This capability is very handy because, for example, if we have the surface in the property windows, we have the information of the center, the radius, and for example, let's say I want to have 20 meters, and immediately it is changed. Okay, and as it was before, 5 meters. The normal vector, let's say that I want to have the surfaces totally perpendicular to the z-axis, and okay, just we put 0, 0 and 1, and automatically it's changed to the direction desired. Now let's go and create a circle defined by its center and 2 points. Gonna erase this one. Let's say that the center, it's gonna be 2, 2, and 2. The point 1 is gonna be by 2, 5, and 0. And the point 2 is gonna be 2, 2, 1.5. And we press OK. So basically we've defined the center and 2 points. As we can see here, point 1, center, and point 2. Okay, we have 2, 5, 0. Okay, it's the coordinate of its center. Let's say we want to see here. It is this point. Okay, the point 1, 2, 5, 0. Okay, the point 2, it's 2, 2, 1.5, and we have the center that is 2, 2, 2. Okay, now let's create an ellipse defined by its center and 2 points. You erase this one here. We go into geometry. Okay. Okay, let's surface 1 is the same. The point 2, 4, and 3. Two, 1, 1. And the center, it's gonna be on 2, 1, 3. The angle is the same here, and we have our ellipse. Okay, let's say if we see from here, here you have the image. It's very easy, the creation of surfaces. Now let's go and create an ellipse defined by its center and 2 points using referenced option. First, let me check here, erase here, and we're going to define points. Let's say that we have P1 on 2.5, 7 and 3. Okay, new point 2, 2, 1, 4.5. Okay, and let's say that instead of P3 was going to say that this is the center, and we define the coordinates as 2, 1, 3, and we click OK. Okay, so here we have the points. Let's activate here the name. Okay, so basically, as I was telling before, here we have the center and P2 and P1. And now we are going to create the surface. Okay, first we check the reference option and press the ellipse. Let's say ellipse. Oh, sorry. Okay, in the same order, P1, P2, and center. Okay, now we have the ellipse. As you can see here in the point, all of them, the center and P2 has the same y-axis. Okay, so that I want to show that is the surface is aligned totally between the point and the center. Let's say now that we're going to draw a polyline surface or an octagon. Okay, in this option we have here a regular polygon, by closed polyline, and by curves. In this example we're going to make a regular polygon. Oh, let's first uncheck here name. Just like this, instead of 1 it's gonna be 3 radius, and I want to make maybe 7 sides. Okay, so basically here we have our octagon. But what if I want to change the orientation? Maybe I want to make this surface perpendicular to the y-axis or x-axis. Let's see if I want to make perpendicular to y-axis. Press 1 here. Automatically this change. Okay. Or if I want to make it perpendicular to x-axis. Okay, it is changed. Let's see from here, and we have the surface created here. Now let's say that, for example, if I am here and I want to make a polyline, okay, and then I can create a surface from this polyline. How? Just like this. I select by closed polyline. I want to give surface 1 the name, and I can select the polyline and click OK, and as easy as that, the surface is created. Okay, let's do a little example here for showing. If I want to make some points, let's say I want to have maybe these points here, here, here. Okay, now on new, here, now on new, here, now on new, here. Oh, sorry. Here. Okay, we have these 4 points, and we want to make maybe any surface. For example, let's say spline curve, just like this. And we're going to add this point, this point, this point. This point and this point, and we say OK. And we also want to make a line, for example, and if I select the points, I want to know the name, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a line activating reference option, and this line, it's going from point to point 4. Okay, and from these curves I'm going to select these curves here. Well, let's say I'm going to select this and this curve. Okay, we're going to geometry, going to regular polygon closed by curves, and we select this curve and this curve, and we put OK, and now we have the surface created. As easy as that. Now let's say that we want to draw what is a rolled curve. Let's erase here. For this, the first step is creating 2 points, for example. Let's say I want to draw a line. Okay, let me first deactivate reference option, and I want to create a line, and its coordinates, it's going to be B1, it's going to be 30, and the P2, it's going to be 70 and 50 in this axis, and that's it. Okay, we have this curve here. Now we're going to make another line, and its coordinates is gonna be 70, 30, and minus 70, and in the point 2 we're going to have 0, let's say 50, and minus minus 70 also. Okay, I'll click OK. Now these are these two curves, for example. Very well. Now we have to go to rolled surfaces, surface, the name. We're going to select the curve, and we're going to select the curve 2, these and these, and press OK void button, and here we have what is created. Okay, until here we finish. So thank you very much for your attention, and see you the next time.